evening, I'm Bagley. Welcome to the Providence Improv Guild on Friday night. We've got a great show ahead for you, but first a couple logistic things. The exit is under the sign that says exit. There are bathrooms both in like the space right when you get outside, and then there's another one in the hallway, but just use the one that's right out there. If anything should happen, you need to evacuate, just go down the way you came in. That'll be fine. And I have a corporate sponsorship thing I need to read. Just hang on a second. This activity is made possible in part by a grant from the Rhode Island State Council on the Arts through the Rhode Island Culture, Humanities, and Arts Recovery Program. This endowment was made possible thanks to the National Endowment for the Arts via funds from the Federal American Rescue Plan Act. Whoa! We teach classes, we've got virtual shows. Go to improvpig.com for more information on all that. And now I'll call up our headlining group, Nutfluxn and Chull. Hi, we're Nutfluxn and Chull. To get started, we need two things from the audience. We need someone's favorite book, and we need someone's favorite song title.
Metamorphosis.
Wait, sorry, what did I?
Oh, I was gonna say.
I heard two things. In my head went.
Metamorphosis.
Metamorphosis?
I think song title. And Metamorphosis is a book. Novella, technically, but.
It's the one where the dude wakes up and he's a bug.
Sure.
Yes. And then did I hear a song title in the back?
The Man Who Sold the World.
Oh.
And that is a book.
So tonight we'll show you The Man Who Sold Metamorphosis.
Sweet.
We open on the interior of a science lab. There's a big table in the front of the shot. There are various like beakers and other science words for glass tubes with like liquid going through them in spinny coil glass thingies.
We also see a box that says fat bugs on it. And underneath the cabinet of all the stuff there, it's like really dusty and like no one has touched it in like 2 years. And there's a tiny little vial on the bottom.
Also, underneath this counter, tucked away, is just a briefcase with like dollar bills spilling out of it, and it's like it just cracked open a little bit. It looks like somebody just kind of shoved it in there because it doesn't quite fit.
We see a scientist who's walking around, he's really exasperated. He's taken off his lab coat, and the lab coat has like all sorts of like flair on it, like it has like buttons and stuff like that say like peace, love, and science, and science is my boo.
On the back wall, there's like a pie chart, and it's like 99% full, and it says Government Project Progress Report right underneath it. And it's got like the government project. There's like some of the letters are for some reason like biohazard signs, like little shapes in the letters.
It's pacing back and forth behind the scientist is a person in a black suit with like sunglasses, like a real kind of secret agent type. There's like an earpiece on this side of the head, and also a little tiny umbrella in their pocket.
We see like kind of dangling off of them is still the handcuff, and the other part of the handcuff is on here. They somehow broke the handcuff into two pieces, but they had been attached to that briefcase full of money.
We cut to a pond, just a big open pond, like that's it. The pond itself is in the foreground with like rushes coming up. There's like lily pads with like some frogs.
The water in the pond is just like completely green and like super viscous. It's just like not moving. It's just like a stagnant water.
There's a sign, like a green road sign off to the side of the pond that says like town 2 miles on it. And there are like some frogs that look unusually large that like will poke their head through the viscous fluid and then duck back underneath again.
We see a little kid who's playing by the pond, and he has a yo-yo and like a Walkman on, and you know he's a cool kid and he's playing by the pond even though he's not supposed to. His backpack, he has like his homework and stuff everywhere. His math textbook is in the pond and it's kind of like slowly like melting into the pond, not quite sinking.
Further off in the distance, kind of further away from, so let's move you to the foreground. Further away from him, in the bushes, is a man peeking through the bushes who has half of a cockroach face. And a t-shirt that says, "Say no to drugs."
All right, and we open on the inside of a police station. It's very like low tech. It looks like what used to be like a barn where they stored horses. Like there's just like a stall with a desk and a typewriter, and then a stall with a desk and a typewriter, a stall with a desk and a typewriter. There's still kind of like some hay on the side here. Behind one of the typewriters is like an exhausted looking sheriff. There's like a banner that says 5 days till retirement up on the back wall. Wearing like old tiny like vest with buttons, and like a white button-down shirt under it. His cufflinks are like little 6-shooter pistols. And there's a hat hanging on the back of the stall, like a 10-gallon like sheriff hat type deal.
He has pictures of his family on his desk, and then a letter from his kid that says, if you can just make it through the last 5 days, then you can come to Christmas.
In the next stall over, there's another sheriff who's practicing throwing knives into the side of the stall, and like he keeps pulling them out of like his clothing. We don't really understand how he has so many knives.
And on the side of the stall is a most wanted poster, but we can't quite make out the face because of all the knives that are just stuck in it. Next to him you see a half-eaten sandwich that seems like maybe it's been sitting there for 2 or 3 days.
Oh, he's got an ashtray. There's like a stubbed out, still kind of lit cigarette on it. He's got a little bit of a flask, which also seems to be in the same pocket as the knives somehow. And he looks like agitated, a little bit agitated.
And we see smoke come off the cigarette and fill the air and reveal the man whose soul metamorphoses.
Cut back to the lab.
You can't do this to me. I know I've messed up. I know I've made some mistakes, but you can't cut my funding.
Listen, dude, I just came in here, sent by the government to check out what's going on in here, and you threw me against the wall and broke my handcuff to my briefcase, which coincidentally has a lot of money in it. What's that for? I won't tell you, but I feel like that was just like not cool of you, and you need to like chill.
I can't trust anyone in this town. You know, you barged in. I didn't know who you were. You could have been a man. You could have been a bug. Who knows? And I reacted on instinct. I had to protect my research. No. I said a man with a mug. An untrustworthy mug.
As they're speaking, the camera zooms in on the lab's counter, and we see that behind one of the mugs there's a little bug, a little ladybug in like burglar gear, and sneaking around the counter.
Man with a mug.
Yeah, that's all, nothing suspicious about that.
What else you got around here?
You won't understand it, okay? If you're not a scientist, you won't get it. With your briefcase and your fancy suit.
Hey, don't gaslight me. I'm a very smart man, okay? I'm chief government. Chief government. And I know a lot of shit, okay? Especially about this little town and the weird shit that's going on here.
If I had known you were a double chief government, I wouldn't have. That's on me. I thought you were a singular chief government.
Double.
I never would have broken the handcuffs of a double chief government.
Yeah.
Everyone knows.
And I get paid, okay? With
Okay. There's some strange stuff happening around this town, okay? That I may or may not, or probably have played a very significant role in. But if you can look the other way on my involvement,
And only one way. Straight ahead.
classic double chief.
Classic double shoot moves. So, yeah.
You see these vials here? There used to be twice as many. And I came in one day and they were gone. And all of a sudden just some weird things were happening around town. Okay? Like animals that used to be tiny. All of a sudden were large. I had only used it on my sandwich because I was very hungry that day. And I wanted an extra large sandwich. I never thought it would be corrupted.
Hold up. You got something that can double your sandwiches? Double the food?
And double the chief.
I gotta, you know, I love double. So that sounds really, really appetizing to
The
me.
camera zooms all the way in on a little scrap of sandwich and you see a piece of lettuce. The camera seems to embed itself in the green of the lettuce, and then the camera pulls out and it's the green of the pond, and we're at the pond.
A narrator's voice comes over the scene. Young Timothy, Brooklyn, thought that this was just going to be a normal day of pond yo-yo. Little does he know, he is about to have an encounter with the metamorphosis.
Oh! Hey, are you okay? Your face looks weird. I have a snack bar. Do you want a snack bar? Do you eat snack bars? I'm Timothy Brooklyn.
Hi, Timothy. Sorry, I haven't practiced my English yet. Hi, I never had a name before, but I guess it's Cockroach Mazelda?
That is the coolest name I've ever heard. Cockroach of Zelda. Boy, the kids at school aren't going to believe I met you. Hey, let's take a picture together.
Narrator's voice comes back on. Cockroach Zelda thought she was just going to have a normal day of bush hiding. Little did she know that today would be the day she met Timothy.
Oh, man. Kids at school are not going to believe this. So, and you can show your family, too.
I don't have a family. I was a bug. Wait, images of my bug life are rushing back to me. I did have a family. I had a wife and a son.
Oh. Oh, we got to get you back to your family.
I miss him. Oh my gosh. My son wants to be a painter.
I do some drawings. You want to see some of my drawings?
Sure. What else am I doing?
Here's me, and here's me and my brother,
Oh, it's quite nice.
and here's me winning the small town yo-yo competition
Oh.
of Smalton.
Congratulations.
Thanks.
Is it a competitive market here? Yo-yos?
There's some other kids that think they can hang.
Oh, okay. Wow.
No. You're the nicest bug I ever met. Most of the bugs I meet just trying to bite me.
Oh, well, you're a very nice young man. You remind me of my son.
Oh. Yeah, I should, wait, do you have a house? Do you have like a giant bug house or a giant lump of sand that you live in? How does that work?
Leaf.
A leaf?
Yeah.
Well, I'm not supposed to be anywhere for a while. I'd love to see your leaf.
No one's ever asked us to see my leaf before.
We cut to the police station.
Find this person. Sick and tired of being sick and tired of being sick and tired.
We see that they're not actually looking at each other. It's still a stall in between, like, what's happening.
Can you hear me?
Greg, are you in there? Greg. Oh,
Hey.
that was you doing that. I thought that was the carpenters had come back. We're, I guess we should probably start.
Yeah, that is a bench. I'm going to move the bench.
Hey, so, my retirement's coming up.
Congratulations, man. Congratulations.
Yeah, you didn't come to the cake cutting, I noticed.
I didn't.
I don't hold any grudges, but I'm just gonna say I noticed. Drinking on the job, in front of your boss. Some cojones you got on there. Appreciate
Hey,
it.
you're gonna be retired soon, so I figured,
I
yeah,
know.
why not? You know?
Hey, yeah,
What are you
let's
gonna do?
break all the laws.
They're gonna retire me?
What, do you want me to retire you?
No, I just
Like a Blade Runner?
like Blade Runner.
Like
I love Blade Runner.
Like you're an android, you want me to retire you?
No.
It's like a euphemism for murder?
You went too far.
Oh, okay. That's good.
But,
Hey, so you got a grudge against the guy in the most
This-
famous there.
yeah, because of him, all these crazy metamorphosize happening out here.
Oh, yeah, that's right. I remember briefing you guys on that. Then I stopped caring because I'm retired.
We need to care more. I think this is the last thing we need to do. This is the last thing we need to solve.
Oh,
And then we can have another cake cutting. We can eat more cake.
Oh, is that a promise? Because if so, then I guess I'll get on the case with you then.
I promise I brought my own knife too. A special one.
Oh, that's great. Bringing a knife to work with each other.
Yeah, I mean, we are.
Yeah.
Police,
I
sheriffs.
but police, yeah, known for carrying knives. Police.
Oh, here we have to do right. Yeah.
Yeah, okay. You know, I get a lot of gallantry here, just showing a lot of, you're coming clean with me, I appreciate it.
Why do you judge me so much? I just want to be the best. Just like you. I want to be like you, okay? And I just can't catch anybody like you catch people.
Yeah, you want to be the very best that ever was, and you want to just catch them all.
Yes, I want to catch them all.
Well, then you got to train, mister.
We cut to the local cafe. So he just sat me down and was like, I'm into ladybugs now. And that's how we broke up.
It happens to the best of us. Okay? Look, if I had a nickel for every book club that we had that was themed around the man falling for a bug,
It just happens, like, I just didn't expect it. The next moment, you know, we're going to a nice vacation in Cancun, and he's buying me mimosas and telling me he's beautiful, and telling me he likes the hue of red that my face gets when I get drunk off of a few mimosas. And I guess that should have been my first few signs, but, I mean, 10 years of marriage and just like that, I mean,
look, people change.
I feel like you're like not listening to me, Jen. Like you're like dismissing.
We see it in the window behind them as this conversation is carrying on. There's a huge grasshopper just hopping down the street without them noticing.
If you would let me finish, people change, and some people change into bugs. could be you. It's just a matter of how much you want to stay married and how much you're willing to become a ladybug.
I never thought about it. Did you guys like anything else, or?
A mimosa?
Mimosa? Okay. Let's check with the chef to see if we're still making those kind of more of our brunch menu. We can do mimosa. Okay. And for the scientist?
Do you have the metamorphosis menu?
No. I have to go.
We come to the lab. The scientist is still there. The agent is not. The scientist is kind of cowering by the counter, speaking into a recorder like it's doomsday. And all around, we see all the different props that we saw earlier had now grown to huge sizes. The sandwich is now like covering the entire laboratory like a jungle. The mug is now like a huge mug. And there's a couple dollar bills that have also grown huge, and they're just curling around like foliage around the scientist.
In the background is the ladybug full-size in burglar gear that we saw earlier as well.
Day 92. Today's the day that I met her. The one who's been burgling all my lettuce. She's here now and she's lovely, but I gotta focus on the science. Everything is huge. Everything is huge. Whoever discovers this, just know that things that used to be small, like mugs, are now large, like large mugs. I wish I could stop it. I wish I knew how to stop, but a scientist's mission is to create and to bring to life and to change, like a small mug into a larger mug, and a tiny ladybug into a giant ladybug.
I'm right here. You don't have to talk like I'm not here. I thought you didn't see me because of the burglar, but clearly you did. And you developed feelings, which I'm afraid I can't reciprocate right now. Because I'm in a loving relationship. And if you'd taken a second to talk to me instead of just forming this infatuation, you'd probably know that about me. You'd probably have second thoughts about things like loyalty and feeling to your partner and whether it's
I'm sorry. I'm sorry I ignored you. I read that if you want a ladybug to like you, you should play hard to get. And so I just wanted to seem important with my science. But I didn't realize that there was a Mr. Bug or Mrs. Bug. I don't want to prejudge.
we're just called ladybugs. We're not all lady. Do you think that?
I did not want to assume, thank you very much, that you were in a relationship with another ladybug.
Yeah.
I don't know how the bug dating world works.
Well, you can ask
It could have been a caterpillar.
instead of just making assumptions. You're a scientist. You're supposed to pursue knowledge. Who is that at the door?
Hey, sexy, my little ladybug. Love you, babe.
Yeah.
What's going on? Let's get out of here. It's
You
date night.
brought your partner to a crime?
Yeah, we're gonna pull a crime
We're
together.
gonna do it together.
Through the door? See, this ladybug, slick as can be, I would never would have noticed had she not quadrupled in size. But you just walked right in.
Yeah. Took my thing.
Yeah. He's already huge.
Yeah.
You can already
Freaking huge.
beat the crap out of you. This guy was hitting on me, honey.
In fairness, like a leaf could beat the crap out of me. Like it's not a huge threat.
You were hitting on my beautiful ladybug girlfriend that I dumped my 10-year marriage for? Are you freaking serious, dude?
We see like her shell kind of opens up and like her wings are kind of like out, like threatening looking.
I bet you think we're all ladies, huh? You don't know anything when it comes to us.
It's not the type of science I committed my life to. Supposed to know everything?
Kinda.
I put on a lab coat and I'm supposed to just know everything, huh?
This is getting weird. Let's just get what we came here to get and head out. Look, we want the chemical that makes everything huge. Where is it? I can't find it. I've been sneaking around all day.
Yeah. So you think you can come into my lab, threaten my life, talk down to me,
Yes.
make me feel less than, and I'm just gonna give you.
This is a burglary. Yes.
This, yeah.
Look, I didn't ask for you to fall in love with me. You didn't ask for me to steal your vial of magic liquid. That's how
Don't
things
ask, don't tell.
go. No, that's not.
Please come back to the pond. So this is kind of a photorealistic portrait of my wife and my son, Cockroach.
Wow.
They're cute, huh? Don't get any ideas about my wife.
No, I don't.
Well, you're in 7th grade, you know.
Yeah.
So start thinking about that stuff.
I start thinking about being attracted to bugs.
It's all in the world.
I guess it. I just want to be your friend. You just seem so cool.
And I want to be your friend.
We should be friends then. Are we friends now?
We're friends, but also I do need help.
On account of my yoga talent, nobody really wants to be friends with me, so I don't really know how this thing works. So I can help you.
Okay.
What do you need? Do you want to learn how to walk the dog? Do you want to learn how to do a cradle? Do you want to learn how to do a stall, like a real good stall? Like, when's the yo-yo gonna come up?
I wasn't thinking the help was gonna be yo-yo related.
I could probably still do it then.
I need to find my wife and my son. If we can incorporate yo-yo into that, maybe after we do research on where they are, or we could get up 30 minutes earlier, do yo-yo then in the morning.
Yeah, okay. Yeah, morning yo-yo is really good. It's very popular. Well, look, I think you told me before they live in a leaf.
Right.
How hard can it be to find a leaf?
I don't know.
How
It's
big
like
can
this.
it be?
So that's 15 right here.
Not this one. This is going up. No, these are pill beetles, I think they're called. They like roll into a ball. You don't, cockroaches don't roll into balls.
No, they don't.
They
They don't.
As they're searching, a newspaper kind of floats in on the breeze, and it has a headline on it that says, "Local mad scientist wanted for making little things huge, and huge things little."
Hey, Timmy,
Yeah, cockroach things.
can you read? What's that say?
I can read. I'm in 7th grade. It says, local mad scientist wanted for making little things big, and then in smaller print it says big things little.
Oh, that was an interesting artistic choice with the small.
Wait, is that why you're a giant bug? You're a mad scientist?
What? I don't even know that guy. I blacked out the last couple days of my life as a bug.
He must have some sort of thing that you must have encountered.
Like a drink that I drank, or
Yeah, or like you cockroaches, do you like eat whatever?
yeah,
Whatever.
it's kind
So
of
like,
chill vibes. Yeah.
so you must have just been like making your way through some shit. Sorry.
Damn
Making your way through some stuff, and then you blacked out, and now you're a giant, nice cockroach who's my only friend.
Yeah.
Well, I don't really want you to go back to being cockroach-sized, but I do want you to be with your family.
Well, if I only have a few more days of being human / cockroach, I did hear that your school was having a fair, a carnival. I've always wanted to ride on one of those big hamster wheels. What are those called?
Oh, that's a Ferris wheel.
No, that sounds mighty fun.
They have a plastic slide that you can ride down in a potato sack too.
What?
Yeah, we should go together.
We come to the police.
Come to the sheriff's barn.
Okay. Let's see. which of these is the car keys?
It's the sheriff's barn.
No.
It's the last day. You don't, how do you know? We ride horses out here. We don't drive.
I drive sometimes. Yeah, you don't know that about me. You took an interest in my life, right? I mean, you came to my parties, you might know that I do occasionally like to drive in the woods.
Out the window, we see tiny horses running around in the field.
All right, so let's I'm just gonna take down this wall. Let's
Thank you.
get in the way.
So it's your last day. I think we should go out there and try to.
Well, we're gonna find that guy you want to catch.
Yes, I want to catch him.
So let's take a look
wanna
at
catch
him.
them all.
Let's take a look at him. Let's take all the knives out. There's one. Two. You took a lot of knives to work, Craig.
I know.
It's without permission. It's you know. Hey, it's not I'm not bothered by it. You know, like this is just Smalton. It's not like we're a real police force, but like the NYPD or the LAPD. But that's just something to keep in mind for like future employers that maybe you want to declare this kind of thing if you're going to bring it to work. You know. So that should be all of them. All right. Oh, let's take. All right.
Yeah.
Now for all the holes, sure looks like some kind of well, it could either be a half cockroach, half human,
Okay.
or a mad scientist. I can't really tell because it's so full of holes. That's why you don't throw knives at wanted posters, right? It's you stick around with me, you'll learn things like
Or
that.
just turn it around and just fold. Just fold. Yeah, just fold the holes back in.
Fold the holes back in.
There's no residual paper on the wall. Just
They're holes. They're holes. You don't.
no, whole folds.
Yeah, but the paper's like it doesn't fold like it's like
Turn around and
I'm turning it around. I'm looking. The paper is it's like yeah, but it's so mutilated. You can't just.
I didn't shoot it.
Thank God you didn't shoot it. That's just charging a firearm in a police station. That's a serious offense, Craig.
Duh.
Guys, Chief.
Oh yeah.
Oh, Chief.
I have done some investigation. There's a guy
Okay.
who's, guess what? Making, oh, you already have today's newspaper.
We don't.
What does it say?
He makes bad scientists, makes things big that are small, and small things that are big.
Oh, okay, yeah, all right.
I don't know what he looks like.
Oh,
If
yeah.
only, does anyone have, do you guys have a picture?
Is this
What
what
the
it looks
fuck is that?
It's a picture. It's the mad scientist picture.
What
Yeah,
the fuck is that?
Well, like, it's either a mad scientist or it's a half cockroach, half human. I don't know. He says you can fold the holes back in. I'm trying to tell him. You can't. That's not.
Then just
Knives don't.
The holes fold.
just the holes.
They're all knife. It makes a hole. The piece of paper
It's
doesn't
just
just shoot out.
Do you think? Wait, do you think that a piece of paper is
It's
like
a
a
rip.
game of mousetrap where just like you throw a thing at another thing and it like tips down perfectly?
Yeah,
It's like,
just folds in.
no.
Yes. Look, turn it around.
I
Let's fold it. See?
Well, Craig, we're getting distracted with your malarkey, so let's just we should probably assume that's a mad scientist. What's it say he's wanted? Oh, well, making small things big. So it's probably the mad scientist then.
Yeah, we established that. We were just trying to get a better visual of it.
Well, let's hop on our horses and ride and get that fella. Do we know where he is? Do you have it? Does he have?
Chief, have you met with this person?
Seen him?
Oh, if I had a picture, I would know.
I felt like you may have run into him in
I
the
have a
past.
bad memory.
Well, here's what we can do. We just ride around until we spot somebody who's
Okay,
making
that
big
sounds
things little things
Big.
big. Yeah.
We come back to the lab with the scientist and the two ladybugs. Okay, look, you need the solution, right? And I need to go on the run. And it seems like just based on your attire, you might be able to help with that. So simple trade.
You want our clothes?
No, I want you to go on the run.
But he said a tire.
Yeah, that's what you said.
You look like you know how to sneak around. You got in here. I mean, you walked in, but you got in here.
I mean, we'll give you our clothes. We don't usually wear
Fine,
clothes.
say
That's
less.
fine, so.
These are Goodwill, $7. It was a really good find.
Yeah.
They're like real corduroy.
Thank you.
That's 4 legs, but
Yeah, 4 legs.
just, use the other 2 legs as,
Extra handles.
yeah. Alright. Well, we've helped you now.
We've helped you
Now
now.
you gotta help us.
Yeah, you gotta give us what we want.
Okay. You see the mug? Lift up the mug. The big mug.
We should probably both do it.
Go do it. It's a big mug.
Okay, you see the slightly smaller mug under that mug? You want to put that mug down.
It's like a Russian doll.
Hey, you're gonna want to pick up this mug.
Okay.
Okay, and then you see the regular size mug?
Okay, alright. Should we?
I feel like one of you can probably pick up the regular size mug.
Yeah, but
It's
we,
more about us doing stuff together.
we hate to break a
Our
pattern.
relationship.
Alright, now you see how that covers a small trap door?
God, they all fit inside of each other.
Yeah.
Okay, what do we do with this small trap door?
Just lift it up. Now if you see underneath the trap door is a mug.
We cut to the carnival and All Stop the World that Melted You was playing.
Oh, it's stopping at the top.
That's okay. That's okay. Just go.
Oh, cool, you got it all over that guy's head.
We cut down to the fairgrounds themselves to see Craig and the sheriff. Oh, jeez, all over you. That's the thing. Oh my God, Craig, you gotta watch where you stand. You don't stand the other side.
I was just walking.
Keep an eye on your work, all right? We're looking for someone who's making small things little and big things large. Fuck, whatever.
Are they making big things bigger?
I don't know. I'm retiring. It's your job to keep track of this shit.
In the foreground, we see a kernel of popcorn that's like the size of a giant yoga ball.
Oh, a clue.
Do you think that grew on its own?
No, probably somebody did it.
Okay.
I think you better bag that for evidence.
Okay. Luckily, I bring
Oh,
garbage bags with me.
Always prepared. Appreciate that.
Oh wow, it's a real popcorn. It's greasy too.
You still left a little liquid behind too.
I think it's butter.
Wait,
We see,
that was butter, but then there's this.
we see the sheriff lick the solution and just start to grow.
No, Craig!
Holy
I can't get back. I don't know how it works.
What's happening?
Why? Craig, well, actually, I didn't float away.
Why are you so loud?
Because I have huge lungs.
What did you do to be so loud?
I don't know, I licked something that I thought looked like cockroach blood. And it is, I think.
Was it that?
It's that little bit of liquid down there. Don't lick it, Craig.
I'm warning you, you don't want to live like this.
I want to be just like you.
What?
I want to be just like you.
Don't be like me, I'm retiring. You have to stay employed in the service. Don't do it, Craig. Oh my gosh, Craig.
Dude,
What
this
the-
is awesome.
Oh, I told you not to lick the ding dang
But
thing.
look, now we're huge.
We found a well, okay, now we'll, at least we got a good view of the carnival. I'm sure we can find our culprit somewhere here.
There's the
So,
popcorn.
Oh my god!
Holy crap.
We're making eye contact with these people.
oh,
Oh, they're huge. You're really big.
Thank you.
I'm Timmy Brooklyn, and this is my friend Cockroach Mountain St. Angeles.
Zelda.
Zelda.
What was that? What was the first name?
Cockroach and Angeles and Zelda.
I usually don't know about being a half cockroach people, but I've had an amazing eye-opening night, and I am a half cockroach.
We're best friends,
And
too.
we're best
Best
friends.
friends.
Is that a clue?
I think that might be a clue. Cockroaches are usually small. Is that one small? It's kind of hard to tell now with our whole change. of
They're on the
perspective.
Ferris wheel.
Yeah.
They are small.
They are very small, you're right. Hey, somebody make you small?
No, I'm just 12 years old.
He's totally average.
Oh, that's a normal cockroach and a weird dude.
Yeah, that's Cockroach, Ms. Elba, and, whatever the fuck your name
Timothy
is.
Brooklyn. Everyone's gonna know my name when I win the national yo-yo contest.
I don't know.
Mark my words.
He's got some crazy name like Timbo V, and,
And he's from New York.
I guess so, that's what I'm getting.
No,
Hey,
last-
look,
Last name's Brooklyn.
we're on the case of somebody who's making big things small and small things little, I don't know.
We're trying to figure that out too, because Cockroach and Angeles and Zelda used to be like a cockroach size,
Totally average.
and now they're not a cockroach size anymore.
Anything but average.
And they miss their family and their wife and their kids and their leaf
And my
house.
son in my house, which was a leaf.
It was a leaf.
Alright.
But she is cockroach size, but he's small.
No, that's just a change in perspective, Craig. It's because we're very large.
The Ferris wheel starting again.
Go again.
Bye!
Good luck.
Goodbye!
But no, they're coming back up. It's a Ferris wheel, so just wait a few minutes.
Okay.
Oh, hey, that was awesome.
Hey, you want to come with us? Maybe you can help us find these clues. We've got we don't really have an extra horse, but I guess each of our horses fits 2 people.
They're
Probably
small.
not a guess.
They're
You're right.
small.
What? We're gonna Ferris wheel's moving again.
We'll just carry you there. Okay.
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 All right. We're gonna just reach in there. We cut back to the lab.
The double chief and the scientist. No, that portrait doesn't look anything like me. I don't have knife holes.
I didn't think so either.
Yeah, no, and I mean, does that person have on 4-legged pants? I don't think so.
Yeah, just put those on.
Would a most wanted criminal look to draw attention to himself with 4-legged pants? No. He would turn to trusted friends for advice who would abandon him and steal his most prized possession.
Listen. God, dude, really? There's no need to cry.
All I ever wanted was to do something for this town. Okay? And everything I touch gets screwed up.
In what way? Would we say it changes in size?
Are you asking as the double chief? Or are you asking as the one person that, okay. Then yes, they change in size.
Fuck yeah!
Yeah, they do, you fucking loser! I got the key, the last clue.
From outside, you hear the sound of 2 giant footsteps and 2 tiny horses arriving at the lab. The door bursts open and the cockroach and the kid come through.
Oh, that was so cool. It's like the Ferris
That
wheel.
was so cool. I love the carnival.
Hey, let us know when you're inside. We can't fit in there.
Oh yeah, we're inside.
Hey!
We're inside.
We're kind of like in the middle of something.
What kind of thing? I'm Timmy Brooklyn, and this is my friend Cockroach Man. This is Zelda.
Okay.
And I am more than a cockroach. I've always been more than a cockroach. I just needed to become a little bigger in size to learn that.
Yeah.
Yeah, we've had a cockroach infestation here. They've just been under a leaf in the corner. Of the
I don't
lab.
want to be like the language police, but I feel like infestation is.
So we've had a cockroach residency
Okay.
in the corner of the
This
lab.
is the man who made me big. Under a what?
Just a leaf.
Okay.
That might be your leaf.
Any other cockroaches? One young boy, maybe baseball cap, one older woman, eyelashes?
I did see a small baseball cap.
Oh, it's your house.
Can you guys leave? We're like in the middle of something.
No, I think this seems important. We should forget everything else that was happening.
Hey,
and
guys.
focus on this.
Is the mad scientist guy in there?
There's a guy in here who I guess made the cockroach big size.
All right, Craig. This is why we brought the knives. You're gonna have to kind of flick them in there.
It's a big knife now. I don't want to hurt them.
Well, just aim really well. That's what you do.
All right.
Right? That's why you've been practicing all these years. A huge knife comes through the ceiling and impales the side.
And a small trapdoor opens near the scientist with another like vial of liquid in it.
Did you hit him?
That guy, I've never seen a dead body before. There's so much blood in him. He's like, he looks like one of those bugs in one of those cases.
Who the fuck are you talking to?
Can one of you put your face through the window so she stops making me look? I was talking to him.
Oh my god! You're big now!
I got him.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Don't be a zombie. 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 Okay. Well, maybe this is the stuff that will help you join your family again.
Oh,
But I guess
that means goodbye.
this is good.
I'm gonna go.
Craig, we should go too, probably. This sounds like a real personal moment.
Whoa, you guys are huge!
Yes.
Am I ever gonna have a friend? I'll never have a friend like you.
You'll have a friend like me.
How? Well, you're so cool. You have so many legs. You eat indiscriminately.
There are others out there. Maybe people at your new middle school.
They just hate me because I'm good at yo-yo.
One day, they'll love you for that.
You promise?
I promise on my little cockroach pinky.
Okay. Okay. Cockroach man Sanders and Wilson.
Okay.
Goodbye.
Hey, it's not a goodbye. It's a see you later.
It feels like a goodbye.
And then the camera follows the cockroach into a leaf, in which inside awaits the rest of the cockroach family members, and in big Christmas lights across the roof of the leaf. The end of the man who sold
All right. Well, that was Nutfluxn and Chull. and the man who sold Metamorphosis. Thank you so much for joining us. We have another show at 9. No shows tomorrow. Snow, dangerous. But come on back every Friday, Saturday night. Check out our virtual shows. Thank you so much for coming, y'all. Thank you.